In this video, you're going to see the most unhinged person I've seen in Mythic Plus in Season 2 of The War Within. Let's begin. It's a theater plus 10, and we're waiting for somebody, aren't we? Yes, no surprise. I guess we've seen this many times already. A minute and a half into the recording, no druid still waiting for the druid. My favorite thing when we start looking at the map, nothing crazy this time. We've seen some crazy. This is not it. Everybody's here though. Let's keep going. We're going to keep moving. We're going to do the first pack, and guess what, guys? We're not going to try to use a monk. We're not bringing it up again. Don't worry. That's the last time it's getting brought up. Hopefully ever. I can't imagine this dungeon will actually return ever again, but in case it does, I guess we'll have another time to discuss it. We're gonna go ahead and use the Demon Hunter cage as is appropriate to skip this mob. We're gonna grab the bloody horn and we're going to drag that into the first boss where the hunter has been instructed to use the bloodlust spell. Look at this, all going to plan. Well, sort of. The Bloodhorn has a debuff called Raging Tantrum. While the debuff holds, he does damage to everybody, and it is actually a enrage. So if you don't know that, as a druid and a hunter, you can remove it. I guess as a monk too, right? We talked about that. I don't know. Anybody who can remove an enrage should do so, because as you see, it actually does a lot of damage. This is on a 10, but both times now, the entire mechanic has gotten off. It has not been soothed once. So this is a lot of extra healing that the monk healer is having to deal with. And it's not dying particularly fast either, considering this is a 10 and we're getting 3 tantrums full casted. Look at this, almost killing everybody in the group. Does ultimately combo with the other mechanics to kill the monk healer. But look at the freaking bosses, dude. That is insane. They are all below 50, pretty much below 50 at this point. Hunter goes down like the Titanic as well. Again, we are sub 12, so we have the Cilia fixes. We hate these things, but man, I really think they cause a lot of problems, and you're gonna see some problems that I never thought they would cause in this very key. So we have the fight die, and then we have a guy res too early. Yeah, you gotta wait, I think. I don't know. Maybe he gets pulled here. I'm not really sure. He like reses too early, says my bad, overlapped. Oh, wait, what happened? Oh, what's he doing? I don't know. Would he actually get pulled down here, or does he just have to die a second time? I don't know if he does this on purpose or what, but he just runs into the trash. Something I've never seen before. I think at this point he would be pulled in, right? I don't know. I think I have seen this before and they just get pulled in. Anyway, he's now down here. He can just release the right way, but we do have 3 deaths. Still no other problems. We are going to actually fight all 3 mini bosses. Probably a great idea at the low key level, or at least you would assume it is. And then you watch this gameplay. I don't know what the hell this is. 3 people just stand in that. One of them's a tank, he lives easily. One of them's the monk healer, he barely lives. And one of them's the guy who released and ran into trash, he does not live. But that is it. We are entering the second boss of Theater of Pain 10 with 4 deaths and not a problem in sight. We have shown just how easy some of these keys are at this point, but I am going to stop and warn you guys of something that we have not seen yet. I've been calling it the Holy Grail this season because I really wanted to see the PvP match on Zav cause some crazy moments. I was thinking what we were going to see is people popping immunities or doing something really, really weird, like maybe trying to run out of the area or like kite the person or do something insane, right? Well, we have seen some really bizarre shit where the guy has a one-handed weapon on as a paladin, and we have seen some other mild things, like some people actually die down there by accident, but I don't think I've ever seen this before. So unfortunately, this is the key right here. Blizzard's RNG factor is pairing the druid with the demon hunter. This could have gone some different ways here and the key would have continued, but it is not going to continue for some fucking reason. I have no idea. I've never seen anybody freak out like this before. We have the druid saying, take orb, stop using bursts to win duel, take fucking oh god, you are so... And then they just back up here and then they just die. The hunter's gonna die again ridiculously. Like, does he not know he's ranged? I don't even know, but he actually dies to that as well. The guy says some words that I don't know are English, and then some words that I won't say as well, but he says, you are so subhuman, imagine fucking bursting in PvE. I don't know what the hell that's supposed to mean. The tank says, Christ man, calm down. The reply is, I can't. Oh, okay, I believe you actually. He says First, he was fucking trying to kill me on the first boss running after me with the fucking AoE. Now he's saving bursts for the duels and not taking my orb. So seemingly going absolutely berserks mode over the affix not being handled during the duel. That is certainly a new one. I think that's probably the straw that broke the camel's back. Although in this case, the camel was already in a wheelchair, but don't really think that was the big issue, surely. I don't know what the guy's on about. I really don't know what the guy's on about. He's still fucking going though. Now he's speaking in Spanish or something like that. Go join a fucking gang. What the hell kind of comment is that? I don't know. Don't play this game. But we will try to do some Google translating here. I don't know if this is supposed to be like maybe like Spanish piece of shit, like he's insulting the guy from being from Spain, and that's why he says go join a gang. I mean, what the fuck kind of insult is that? I try to type all of that drivel into this, but it doesn't really seem to be very coherent. It does seem to tell me that it is Russian, I guess, even though it's not in the actual like Cyrillic alphabet or whatever. So if anybody actually knows what this is supposed to say, let me know. Google one seems to think it says you have a swear word to save the son of a slut. I don't think that's what he's saying. Anyway, the Demon Hunter is speaking a different language, which is kind of weird because he's also speaking English while he says it. He says, lol, du spast, which the person who sent this to me is the German fella. He says, it means lol, you idiot. Spast is another word for dumb or idiot. Then he says, you're a joke. Meanwhile, the tank's like, hey, can we reset this key, please? I would like to keep going. Druid is calling the pot black. He says, 14-year-old middle schooler playing cool class, doing cool things, bursting his uncool teammates because they aren't a demon hunter. Oh my fucking god, dude. The most unhinged. I've never seen this shit before in my life, dude. Demon Hunter again speaks in German. Apparently that word means boy, like he's calling him a child, I guess. Druid still going on. He says, next time use all your spells in a duel. I will. Let's not time. Why time when not your key, right? Tank trying to brighten the mood here a bit, but I guess there's some confusion on what's actually being said by who. He says, have you guys heard the joke about the Spanish and the German walking into a bar? I would love to hear it. The Druid doesn't care for that. He says, I heard about the Spanish playing WoW. Trying to figure out what the hell he's saying here with this one. Googling it as well, and nobody seems to have an answer. Could be a misspelling. I don't know. I have no idea. These people, you can't even fucking understand what they're saying, let alone make any sense of what they're saying. But he calls them a name, I guess, and then he says, go V4. Like, what is that, dude? But that's the key. They're leaving. Everybody's gone. The Demon Hunter actually is the first to leave. Kind of surprised. I'm actually kind of shocked that the Demon Hunter leaves. He leaves, like, as he's being insulted, I guess. But yeah, again, easily upgradable. I mean, I don't know what the fuck this is. I don't even know what to say about the actual gameplay. I want to go back and look at the first boss, though, because the guy made a big deal about that. He was saying that he was following him with the AoE. I have no idea what he's referring to, but they almost died of the Bloodhorn, which the Druid should be soothing. I mean, this is the guy who's freaking out, like actually having like a conniption over this shit. I guess he's got the circle on. I'm going to try to find this in the footage and react to it because I did not see it. I don't see anybody do that. And the fight is dying so freaking fast outside of the Bloodhorn not getting soothed. I don't see a single mistake. There's a ridiculous amount of health gone in the fight before they even first come out. Here is the Searing Death. This is the only thing this could be talking about. The Druid is behind the tank here at this point. The Hunter and the Demon Hunter are on the other side of the boss, so they're separated by the frontal. And the Druid's standing totally still, like he's not being chased by anybody. Nobody's even near him. This is where they ultimately have the death, but again, he's just pretty much standing still. The Demon Hunter is like kind of moving a little bit, but he's barely moving. The monk ends up dying, and that's it. Like, that's all there is. It does go out one more time. Here that is now. This time, I guess, it's got to be what he's reacting to. They're all just kind of bunched up because of the way the line or the beam or whatever is angled. This is going to happen like 90% of the time you do the fight at least once. All the melee are going to be stuck together. Pretty much as soon as it's clear, the Druid moves through. So he moves through the boss, so he's not on top of the Demon Hunter. I guess the Demon Hunter kind of follows him, but like not really. Like they're barely moving like a half a yard each time they move at all. And the Druid just kind of keeps inching away from him. Like that's all he's doing. He's just inching away from him. It's not like he has to sprint away from him, and the mechanic's gone. That's it. That's the whole fight. So next level Unhinged here. I've never seen this, but I have been asking for this. It's not quite the grail I had hoped for, but I had been asking for this fight to go crazy. And yeah, this is probably the best we're going to get because it's a fight that I can see going crazy in my head, right? When you have PvP, you always assume there's going to be some weird tensions and some weird like ego tug of war. Because I think at the heart of it, nobody wants to lose the duel, right? Even though you know that you have to lose the duel to advance the fight, you don't want to be the one to lose. So we've seen some funny ones where like on the footage that Cobb sent in where they're like actually fighting and the guy's using like healing and he's moving around a lot. But I think like 90% of the time people just stand there and auto attack. One person just kills the other and they move on. So I don't know if that's in play here. I really don't know this thing about this affix. Like I actually, it's crazy that this guy's that worried about this affix, but I guess, yeah, when you're in the PvP duel and you have the orb, you're going to have to work together to get each other's orb or something like that. I don't know. I'd love to see it from his point of view. I'd love to hear his point of view from this because this is pretty ridiculous. But you know, to his credit, he is not actually the one to leave. It is actually the demon hunter who leaves. This key is not getting finished one way or the other after this though. Like there's some times when it's like, all right, just shut up and keep playing, but I don't know that you can after that. So if anybody knows what the actual translation are for these different languages, please type that down below. Otherwise, thank you for thinking of the channel, guys. I mean, I'm telling you right now, some of these submissions are beyond what I ever would have expected. I would never expect to see somebody freak out like this, especially at this point in the season. This was, again, not from the beginning of the season or something like this. This is somewhat recently. I think it's like only a week, maybe a week and a half old now. So people sometimes are just not right mentally when it comes to playing this game, especially pugging Mythic Plus. So you gotta press that record button, gotta send them in. Thank you for watching. A lot more to come. Stay tuned. We still got a few weeks before that patch, but we got a lot more reviews to get to. Thank you for watching. We'll see you guys in the next one.